TomoNews presents Futuristic Vehicles.
An engineer from Austria, Stefan Klein, has invented a car that is able to unfold a pair of wings and take off into the air. The Aeromobil measures 6,000 mm long and 1,600 mm wide. It can seat up to 2 people and weighs 450 kilograms. The vehicle's top speed on the ground is 160 kilometers an hour and can travel a distance of 500 kilometers, which is roughly 1,250 times around an Olympic racetrack. The collapsible wings measure 8,200 millimeters across. The vehicle must reach 130 kilometers an hour for takeoff. During flight, the Aeromobil is able to reach speeds of 200 kilometers an hour and can travel a distance of 700 kilometers in the air, roughly 1,750 times around an Olympic racetrack. Klein hopes to bring this technology to a larger market.
Rolls-Royce unveils driverless concept car. Rolls-Royce Motor Cars unveiled its first driverless concept car in London last week. The Rolls-Royce Vision 100 concept car is 5.9 meters in length, longer than a Cadillac Escalade or creb-cab pickup. Rolls-Royce claimed the model is zero emission, meaning it could be electric. The driverless car automatically opens its roof and doors for waiting passengers. The luggage compartment in the front of the car slides open automatically on arrival. Despite its length, the car only has one row of seating. The usual steering wheel is replaced by a thin and flexible OLED touchscreen, which uses organic semiconductors to create thin, light-emitting panels. The car features a virtual assistant named Eleanor, which can start the car and bring it to the front of the house before the ride begins. Eleanor also acts as a virtual assistant, offering reminders about meetings, navigation tips, and restaurant suggestions. Rolls-Royce said the car's glass roof provides privacy while allowing passengers to contemplate the majesty of the stars. Upon reaching the destination, the car's glass roof rises, and a step emerges with the projection of a red light, for what Rolls-Royce calls a carpet-like experience. Rolls-Royce said the car will be on the market in 2040.
Bloodhound set to break land speed record, top 1,000 miles per hour. The current land speed record is held by the Thrust SSC, which broke the sound barrier while traveling at 763 miles per hour in 1997. Now its developers have taken on the challenge to reach 1,000 miles per hour with a new car called the Bloodhound SSC. The 1,000 mile per hour car weighs 7.8 tons and measures 13.4 meters long, and is designed to tackle the severe aerodynamic challenges. Its carbon fibre and titanium-plated bodywork is built to withstand a tremendous amount of pressure. 2 computer winglets at the head of the car will help keep the nose grounded. To achieve its record-breaking speed, the Bloodhound is equipped with a V12 racing engine that powers an EJ200 jet engine and a hybrid rocket engine. The jet engine, typically found in the Eurofighter Jet Typhoon, takes the car to 100 miles per hour in just 5 seconds. When the car reaches 350 miles per hour at around 15 seconds, the rocket is fired, accelerating the car to 1,050 miles per hour in another 25 seconds. At its peak speed, the Bloodhound would break the land speed record, covering 1 mile in just 3.5 seconds. The rocket will then shut off before power brakes and parachutes will be deployed to bring the vehicle to a stop. The Bloodhound's test drive is set to take place in the Haksin Pan Desert in South Africa in 2016.
Apple drives into the electric car market with the Titan iMinivan. Forget wearable tech, Apple is looking into drivable tech with its new project codenamed Titan. Move over, smoking hot Tesla drivers, a new Apple electric minivan is in the building? Apple has assigned several hundred employees to develop an iMinivan that will no doubt integrate all the great things about Apple, like simplicity, security, mapping, and other Apple apps. We can also expect quite a few bells and whistles in the iMinivan that will surely come at a price. But there could be several model options. No word on if it will use the lighting connection. The race for the electric car just got a little bit more interesting. Elon Musk's hot-ass Tesla cars dominate the field now, but Google's self-driving car could be a hit. What's next for Apple? An iPlane?
Tel Aviv, Israel could become the world's first city to get the magnetically levitating Skytran mass transit system, local officials say. The Skytran system consists of pods that hang from overhead connectors, levitated by magnetism. Each pod carries 2 people, giving the riders privacy and a quiet ride due to the pod's magnetic suspension. The pods can be hailed by computer, tablet or smartphone and arrive almost instantaneously. The pods enter a continuously moving stream and only stop at their destination. Skytran hopes to get the project started in 2014, pending financial and government permits. The system was co-developed by NASA and Skytran, a private company based at the NASA Ames Research Center in Silicon Valley.
Tesla's new electric cars are going to hit ludicrous speeds. Tesla Motors announced a battery upgrade on Tuesday that sees the company claiming the title of the world's fastest car in production. Tesla's new battery will bring the high-end version of its Model S sedan from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, shaving 0.3 seconds off its current acceleration time. The new battery extends the driving range of the vehicle to 315 miles. Meanwhile, high-end versions of the Tesla Model X crossover car can now accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds. The new battery extends the driving range of the Model X to 289 miles. Both the Model S and the Model X hit top performance in a mode that Tesla calls ludicrous, and it's not hard to see why. At 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, the Model S is now the 3rd fastest car in the world, and just slightly slower than million-dollar supercars, the Ferrari LaFerrari and the Porsche 918 Spider. The new Tesla cars with ludicrous mode start at $134,500, which is not cheap. But Tesla boss Elon Musk says electric is the future, and the high-end vehicles are helping to fund development of the Model 3, which retails for $35,000 up.
Google's self-driving cars will yield to police vehicles. Google has submitted a new patent as part of its self-driving car project for technology that will allow cars to yield to emergency and police vehicles. In the patent that was submitted in 2014 but published earlier this month, Google outlined the need for its self-driving cars to be able to respond appropriately to emergency and police vehicles. Google plans on outfitting its self-driving cars with scanners that will be able to detect and identify light sources, colors, and patterns. Computing devices will allow it to identify light sources. If the light is stationary, like that of a street light, or moving, like those on vehicles, it will then determine if the light is flashing. If it is both moving and flashing, the Google car will then identify the light colors and pattern. Emergency and police vehicles have different light patterns. Police vehicles also utilize unique patterns for various offenses. Based on the patterns of lights, the Google car can make the appropriate maneuver, such as yield to an ambulance or stop completely for a police vehicle. This could bring the roads one step closer to a Steven Spielberg-esque future.
Google patents adhesive layer that sticks pedestrians to the hood of a car. Google has patented a new technology that can reduce injuries to pedestrians when they're hit by self-driving cars. Google has received a patent for an adhesive layer that would be added to the front end of a self-driving vehicle. This protective eggshell-like layer breaks automatically in the event of an accident. The adhesive layer is able to adhere anyone who is struck by a self-driving vehicle almost instantaneously. Google claims that this will stick the victim to the car, effectively constraining his or her movements until the driver of the vehicle applies the brakes and stops the car. This reduces the chances of the victim getting thrown off the vehicle, hitting other hard surfaces, or being hit by another car. The technology is aimed specifically at self-driving cars, but Google said it can be applied to regular cars as well.
Singapore gets dibs on world's first self-driving taxi. A Singaporean startup won bragging rights after being the first to offer a self-driving taxi service to the public, beating out Uber and other giants. Nutonomy uses small electric vehicles equipped with LiDAR technology that uses lasers to map out its environment. 2 cameras are mounted inside to detect obstacles and traffic lights. The service currently runs a 6-kilometer route in Singapore's One North Business Park. Invited users access a phone app to request free rides on one of 2 test vehicles, a Mitsubishi i-MiEV and a Renault Zoe. Although only open to about a dozen people so far, the trial program is expected to expand to accommodate thousands within a few months. A driver will be with passengers in the car during the trial run to serve as a backup in case of any emergencies. Nutonomy is looking to expand the fleet to about 100 by 2018 and believes the driverless taxis could reduce cars on the road from 900,000 to 300,000. Nutonomy's public run comes days after Uber announced plans for a new driverless service in Pittsburgh. The ride-sharing giant had been set to launch the service using Volvo SUVs fitted with an autonomous driving system by the end of August.
Self-driving car starts cross-country journey. Move aside, Google. Automotive component supplier Delphi is about to eat your lunch by taking their self-driving vehicle on a journey from the Golden Gate Bridge to the Big Apple. Delphi's driveless Audi will begin on Sunday, will be the longest automated drive ever attempted in North America. The Audi SQ5 will be challenged under a variety of driving conditions, from changing weather and terrain to potential road hazards. Delphi will test its advanced driving assistance systems while the luxury SUV makes its way through busy intersections, highways, and maneuvers itself past cyclists. The navigation system, cameras, and sensors are all controlled by intelligent software that enables the vehicle to make complex human-like decisions. The car's list of advanced features even includes auto valet and parking abilities. If the journey proves successful, Delphi Automotive will no doubt become a major player in the self-driving car market.
Mercedes-Benz launches drone delivery cargo van. German automaker Mercedes-Benz has unveiled an electric van equipped with package delivery drones. The Vision van is an electric vehicle with a range of up to 270 kilometers. Its rooftop serves as a launch and landing pad for Matternet M2 drones, which can carry a package of 4.4 pounds. All packages are scanned and sorted by robots before loading onto the van by a driverless handling vehicle. The van can calculate the ideal delivery routes for the driver, who steers the van using a joystick. The van is equipped with a robotic shelving system that automatically locates and prepares the package for the drone inside the cargo compartment. The drone can be used to deliver packages to destinations that are not accessible to the van or the driver. The system also locates and prepares the package for the driver if it can be manually delivered. The company said it will continue to explore the opportunities of innovative van-related business. Therefore, it created a new organizational unit called Future Transportation Systems, which involved research teams in Stuttgart, Berlin, and Silicon Valley.
Self-driving buses go on trial in Finland. Finland is testing driverless electric buses in the country's capital. 2 driverless EZ10 minibuses with obstacle detection technology are being tested on public roads in Helsinki, alongside other vehicles and pedestrians. The minibuses can hold up to 12 passengers each. and can reach a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour, but travel at an average speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Officials say the buses could be used in the future to connect existing public transportation systems. Finland is a world leader in trials of automated transport, partly because Finnish law doesn't require vehicles on the road to have a driver. Helsinki is testing the buses as part of an ambitious plan to make car ownership unnecessary by 2025 by providing a point-to-point mobility on-demand system. The trial began on August 18th and runs for a month.
Peugeot unveils hybrid air-driven car. Imagine a car that can be powered by air. Well, French carmaker Peugeot has developed just that, unveiling the prototype of the new hybrid air engine car it says can drastically cut fuel consumption. The hybrid air drivetrain differs from existing hybrids in that it uses compressed air instead of electricity to provide a secondary source of propulsion. The design features a hydraulic motor and pump that is driven by compressed air. It uses regenerative braking to generate energy for the motor and pump, which refills the storage tank with air. The hybrid air system adds around 100 kilograms to the weight of a conventional car, around half of the amount of an electric battery-powered hybrid system. The conventional engine would be used for highway driving at speeds of 70 kilometers and above, while air power would kick in for urban driving at speeds of 70 kilometers per hour or below. Peugeot claims that the hybrid air can deliver fuel savings of up to 45% over a conventional engine for urban driving and an overall fuel saving of 35%. The French car giant hopes to debut the technology on the market in 2016.
Toyota showcased its hydrogen fuel cell vehicle called the Mirai at the 2016 San Francisco Auto Show last November. According to Toyota product specialist Chris Petchler,
once we extract hydrogen out of things, it's a limitless source of fuel. We don't burn it, so it's completely clean.
Petchler says Toyota sees this as the fuel of the future, but how does it actually work?
You fill the tanks with compressed hydrogen gas, pure hydrogen. Whenever you step on the accelerator, it feeds hydrogen into the fuel cell, which then mixes with oxygen, which we just get from the ambient air. We have two scoops on the front end of the car and a compressor that pushes oxygen in. The hydrogen and the oxygen want to bind, but we force them through a micron-thin layer of platinum, so the electron can't make that binding process, so it kind of goes around. We capture that as electricity, and then the hydrogen and the oxygen bind on the other side, which H2O, all we're left with is water vapor, so that's the byproduct, and then the electricity, of course, runs the car.
Although driving a car that emits water vapor could be a bonus, there are still a few hurdles ahead.
Getting the infrastructure into place, getting more pumps, that is our challenge.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy's website, there are only 14 public hydrogen fueling stations in the United States, and 11 of them are in California. Petchler says Toyota is working towards a solution.
We're releasing our patents on the car and fuel cell stations. So we have a company called First Element that's helping us in California, Air Liquide in France.
The Mirai accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9 seconds, and it takes around 5 minutes to refuel.
Volvo magnets to align cars to road. Volvo's newest autonomous vehicle technology uses road magnets to position cars on the road. This novel positioning method is not affected by poor weather conditions or physical obstructions. Volvo's research team embedded ferrous magnets in the road, which generates magnetic fields that are picked up by sensors equipped in the self-driving vehicle. The magnets form a kind of railway to which the autonomous cars can align themselves. Volvo says that incorporating this technology can prevent run-off road accidents and allow for more efficient use of road space.